Okay, why is this saying live chat is unavailable? Okay. Hi everyone, I'm just having some issues. I'm not seeing a live chat. Why is this? All right, now I can see the chat. Okay. If someone can just pop a little comment in the chat right now so that I'm just 100% sure that it's working, that would be great. I see Amy and Taylor. Hi all. Thank you, Amy. Okay, my live chat is working now. That was weird, but we got through it. And I don't have lights on. Hold on. Let me get some lights on. All right. Whew. All right. So I'm going to be working on today. Oh, hi, Michelle. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to be working on one of the 52-week challenge prompts today. So let me pull it up so I can show you. I'm going to be doing week 25, which is the using cool colors. But let me pull it up so I can just show you really quick. And this might not be a super long live because I had PT this morning and I'm really, really sore right now. So let's see if I can find 52 layouts. Here we go. Okay, so it is for June. It's week 25. I don't know if it's going to focus. Create a layout using only cool tones, blues, greens, and or purples. So week 25. And I'm going to do snowy pictures. And I'm going to use the Doodlebug Snow Much Fun collection because that's the perfect collection to fit this prompt. So here are my little snowy pictures of my little snowy puggy puppy. When she first went out into the snow, and I love that she has a little snow beard in this picture. And I'm going to do, you guys know that Page Maps is back, right? So that's exciting for our industry is that Becky Moore is making more sketches for us, which is great because then that's a way to use up more of our supplies and to jumpstart some of your creativity. So I'm going to use from June 2025 this sketch here. So I usually count 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be number 10, the last sketch. I'm going to bring it up a bit closer. Hopefully my camera focuses so you can see. It's got 2 3x4 photos. And I like that there's an opportunity to use some punches. So it's my corner rounder and my notebook punch. And I might use my tag punch, or I might just use one of the tags from the collection. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to use a white piece of cardstock. This is the Harmony Hues Heavyweight 12x12 white cardstock. It's great for backgrounds. And I want to pick a really bold color for the large square that's going to go in the center of this. So I'm either thinking this blue, but I feel like the pictures might get a little lost in that blue. Let's see. Yeah, let me get little Luna. Let me tell you, little Luna's not so little anymore. She's a chunker now. She's like, we think she's about 20 pounds. So I also have the petite prints that coordinate, so I could go with the football. I don't know. Or we could go with like the bluish tone, the lighter blue tone. Let's see. Ah, okay, I think that's better. She doesn't get so lost on that. One thing we've learned about having a black dog is that it's really hard to get good pictures of her because you don't get the little detail of the face. But let's cut this down to 10 by 10. Yeah, I know, my boys are like giants now. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. They're getting much bigger. Especially Finn. Finn has like lost all of that baby face and now he's just like little boy. Full on little boy face. Alright, so I'm going to do that in the middle. And then, oh my gosh, my mom is texting me. I like how my mom texts me, are you online now? Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Alright, let's see. Here's my corner rounder. Here it is. So let's round these corners so it matches the sketch. Right, and then I need a block of paper that's going to go horizontally across. These are 3x4 photos, so I'm going to make it larger than that. And let's cut my photos apart. Did everyone pick up some new goodies in last night's sale? I couldn't attend. I was at, of course, where do you guys think I was? I was at the karate school, again, until late. And by the time we got home, and just a lot going on this week. But I saw that all of the new 49 and Market collections were in, so that's exciting. Let's use some of this bold blue underneath for this block. So I'm going to cut it at 5 inches, and then I'll cut it down further if I feel like it's too much space. So and it goes across like this. And I'm going to mat these photos with a gray. I'm going to cut off 1 inch from this block. I just realized that this is on the back of this. Oh, I love that paper. Oh well, that's okay. I'm sure we'll get a new winter collection that's just as awesome in the winter time. Alright, I'm going to mat my photos on gray. So let me pull out, I have this scrap from a previous layout, and so I'm going to use this gray to mount my photos. Oh my gosh, he did a number on my shoulder today. Even using my tape runner is sore. I'm going to trim this one out first. Did everyone survive the heat wave earlier in the week? Oh, it was brutal. But then we got today, and it's not sunny, but it's so nice and cool outside. Let's trim these down further. I think I need to replace my trimmer blades soon. I'm getting those fuzzy edges. You know when you get those fuzzy edges? Right, so yeah, it was brutal. Oh my gosh. I would just walk into my office and like all the glass just had condensation over it because it was so hot outside and then so cold inside from the AC. Crazy. All right, so now we have on the sketch. So I have the first two kind of main blocks. We have this banner, and it looks like that is going to be like a printed piece. So I'm going to pick out one of the prints. You know what would actually be cute? How about instead of making a banner, what if we used this piece? So is that, no, that's too short. Yeah, let's use this. It doesn't need to necessarily span the block like it does in the sketch. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use this. Trim off the one edge. There you go. Let's have this going here. And it has a cute, so the title goes here on the sketch, and then there's some embellishments. Actually, it has a layering piece. And then there's like a pocket on this side with a tag. And then you can just slide your journaling in there. So let's start making these other pieces. Let's make a pocket and a tag. Let's use a scrap for making a little pocket. And then I'm going to go through the embellishments and look up a tag. So I'm running out of space. I have so much of this collection left. So we have the gray tag, a blue tag. I have a purple tag, but I don't want purple with purple. There is blue. Oh, and look at this. I'm like, I might not even have to use, no, that's not going to work. That's too much. It's like, I might not even have to use my punches, but I am. So let's see. Kind of like the gray one. All right, so let's make a pocket that we're going to stick behind here. So let's see. We're going to have to put our math hats on now, just to measure. So this tag is 2 inches wide. So I'm going to go on the larger end because we can always trim it down and make it a 3-inch wide piece. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score a 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to get my little scoreboard. Okay. And let's see. Another 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. And hi, Janice. Thanks for joining me. All right. Let's get this crease down. This other crease. And my tag. So let's see if the tag will. Nope, I made it too small. Oh, that's all right. Made it too small. I'm going to score it again. Now I'm going to score it at a 1/4 inch. Oh, can you guys tell I'm not on my A game today? With being in pain. All right. And I'm not really going to worry about the fact that I already have these other score lines on here because this is going to be tucked behind the other paper anyway. So it's not going to be super noticeable. Okay, so now my tag will slide in. Okay. Let's see. I'd like that scallop part to be over the top. So I am going to just make a little pencil mark where this tag ends. And I'm going to do another score line there. And then I'm just going to trim the excess off on the bottom, leave maybe like a 1/2 inch. Thank you, Amy. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So now I have a little pocket. Move this stuff aside. These tags. Pop out the whole of this. And I have a little bit of twine that I'll put through the tag. Put a little bit of double-sided tape. Just in these corners. Now I'm going to attach this behind this piece. All right, so I'm going to stick it about that far down. Put a lot of adhesive on it. Just make sure it fits right. And it's always fun to put a little interactive element on your layout. Now I'm just gonna rub it over with my bone folder to burnish, to get everything stuck down really good. And then this is going to slide in here, just like that. Once this is all adhered down, it'll catch in the bottom of the pocket. So it'll be like that. Let's put this through the top of the pad. And a little row. Back to seeing how this layout is working. So we have that and that. And then I want to add my title on. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe take more of this. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back and find my straps again. Maybe we'll use the green. So, where'd my sketch go? Lost my sketch. All right, sketch has disappeared from my table. So now I'm just gonna, oh, here it is. Sorry. I was like, now I'm gonna wing it. All right. So the title kind of sits on top of a slightly less than a 3x4 with a punched edge. So let me see. I think it's a little bit bigger than this, and this is 3 inches across. So I'm going to do 3.5. Okay. And let's see. Let's do 3.5 by 4. So now I'll cut this down to 3.5 by 4. Right. Let's go ahead and punch this with the notebook punch. The page maps from. So if you go to pagemaps.com, it is a free resource. You can go and download the PDF versions of the sketches, and she produces 10 sketches a month, totally free. So it's a great way to get some inspiration. And this is from the June 2025 monthly sketches. And she has done them. You can go, there are like, I don't even know how many years worth of page maps there are. There are lots of page maps, like years and years worth. And she had taken a break from doing them, and then I think she recently restarted making the monthly page sketches. So that's a lot of fun. Okay. All right, let's pick out a title. So I am just going to pick out something easy from the Chit Chat ephemera. So let's pick out something cute. Let's see. Here's the baby. It's cold outside. That's cute. What's this? Hello, Winter. Oh, I like that. What do you guys think? You like the Hello Winter for the title? I think that's cute. Let's move this down just a little bit because I want to not cover up the bird here in this. So that's cute. I do like that a lot. Let's see, because all these other ones are really big. That's the one. That's cute too. Postage stamp. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh, I can't do that because I already approved that thing. All right, all right, I think I have the main components of the page. I could do journaling here or here, depending on where I want to put my embellishments. But I'm going to start adhering these pieces down. So let's just move all of this off to the side. For anyone who's joined us a little bit after the start, I am working on one of the 52-week challenges. The prompts for the 52 weeks, I'm working on week 25, which is to use cool colored tones, blues and greens and purples. So that's why I am doing a winter layout, because this collection is the perfect collection to do that with. Where did my tape go? Here it is. So I'm going to put the double-sided tape on the pocket so that it stays, reinforced. It doesn't fall off or make my paper pop off. And then I'll just put regular adhesive on the block of paper. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining. Okay. Okay. T-square again. Finish this down. So now I can add in, there's a little bit of adhesive coming out the side here. I want to get rid of that so my tag doesn't stick to that. Now this should slide in nicely. There we go. And the pictures. Thank you. She is not a puppy anymore. She is, as I like to say, full pug now. She is full pug. She's got wrinkles and snorts, and she's a chunk. This piece off. Now see, if I used my tag punch and made my own tag, I could have counted this for the June challenge, which is to use 3 tools. Pull out your tools and use 3 tools on your layout. But I took the easy way out and went with a pre-made one, so that's okay. I am not worrying about it today. Sometimes we just have to show ourselves a little kindness, right? Let me get some pop squares. Let's pop this Hello Winter up. That's going to be my title. Let's put this down. And then on the sketch, it has embellishment spots below the title. So there's a little bit below the title. So I can do some I can actually add embellishment here and here because I'll add journaling onto this spot. And then there's some embellishment up next to the tag here. So we can do some embellishing up here. I'll have to see. I glued everything down, but I thought I wanted this stamp somewhere. I don't know. I think I just like that stamp. All right. Oh, and then there's a little tab across the top here. Let's look at the Doodlebug sticker sheet. And sometimes they have like tabs and things. They have these brackets. Oh, they have tabs here. What should we do? We could either do chili or burr. So tell me in the chat which you like better to go with these pictures. We could do the chili on the purple or the burr on the green. Oh, yeah, those are cute layouts, Amy, then and now. Those are really cute. I like doing those with my kids sometimes. And I like, so Kathy's saying chili. Okay. And Janice is saying burr. Okay, we need a tiebreaker, guys. Somebody choose a tiebreaker. Yeah, I like doing those with my boys. And I also like doing them with my boys, comparing them at the same age. So I'll take like a picture of Aiden at 2 and a picture of Finn at 2 to see like how close they are or how different they are at that age. All right, let's see. All right, Amy broke the tie with the green burr, so let's go with that. That there. Okay. I want to use some of these. So I need a bunch of the not the snow globes. What are they? The shadow boxes that go with this collection. I have a ton of these shape sprinkles left over from that. So I want to use some of these on here too. And I'm thinking that I could maybe use these kind of behind these trees and on top of these trees. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's look at some other embellishments that we can add in. We could do another penguin over here somewhere. So that way we have that pop of black here and here. And then, of course, we have the little pop of black in her cute little face. Or maybe we'll do this guy, and then we can bring in blue. There. Still love this collection. I don't know how many layouts I've made with it. This might be like the 4th or 5th layout I've made with this collection. And it is still so cute to me. Look at that guy. Isn't he adorable? We'll put the little bucket of fish next to the penguins, maybe. Maybe. Hat. That's cute. Hat on that. Some clouds. We got a lady snowman. We have a snow woman. Let's see. Oops. Maybe we can bring in another tree there. So we'll bring the trees. I don't think I like the fish there. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, we can add in some hearts. A blue heart, a purple heart. It is a really cute collection. Doodlebug definitely brings the cute. They bring the cute. Still need something for up in that spot. Oh my gosh, I cannot get all these up. There's so many in these packs. There's so many die cuts in these packs. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when you have so many. So I just do like a quick flip through, and I try not to like go back and forth with my decisions over what I'm choosing to put down on the layout. And once I see something that works, I try to kind of keep it. I don't know. No, I'm going to take that off. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can use one of these stamps that I wanted to use up in here. I can tuck it in there. Let's do that. I could do snow place like home. No, the sizing on that is a little off. This is still in the running. Yep, in here. We're going to add this little one here that says "Brr." It's a little speech bubble, so it looks like Luna's talking. You spend too much time. I'm telling you, sometimes with the big collections that have lots and lots of embellishments, it can be very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. So that's why I just tend to like you see me, I just go through them really fast, because if I take each one and like place it, I would be here for forever. Let's see. This is cute. It was Love at Frost Sight. Let's add that down there. Oh wait, do we want it was Love at Frost Sight, or do no? That we lose that. There's no contrast there. Okay. That was an easy no-go decision for that one. Or You're Worth Melting For. All right, I need more votes now. Do we want It Was Love at Frost Sight or You're Worth Melting For? Oh, I forgot about the puffies too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Melting? All right, we'll do melting. No, I'm going to do Snow Happy Together, but there's not more than much, just 2 pictures of Luna. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So we like melting. So melting's going to go down here. We want like the perfect sized phrase to go right on here. And I don't know if I'll get it, but we'll try. Let's see. Okay. I would like something in green. Something in green. Oh, this could be cute. Instead of a phrase, we could do like this ticket with the snowflakes, but I think I would cut it shorter. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that because I want to pop a green up there in addition to the tree. All right, I think that's it as far as die cuts, and then I'm going to do shape sprinkles and puffies and maybe enamel sprinklies. I don't know. Let's see. How are we doing on time? All you want to do is go home and scrap. I'm sorry for making you want to leave work earlier, but that might not be such a bad thing. Got to get some summer Fridays in there so you can go home and scrap. Let's see. My little lamppost is on. And the stamp. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to pop that. A little burr. I'm going to cut this. Oh, they were right next to me. All right, let's pop this guy up on some pop dots. Oops. All right, let's add in some of these snowflakes. Maybe I can get like one whole package used up. Wishful thinking. Let's see. One, two, three, four, and do 5 down here. We have 5 going there. Let's see. In there. One more. Let's kill this package. We'll put this guy. Nope. Going off there. All right. Woohoo! One package gone. All right. Let's puffy it up. Put some puppies on here. So I want to put a little birdie. There's a little purple birdie. I'm going to put a little purple birdie in this, sitting in that tray. And then let's use maybe some of these little flowery shapes. Let's sprinkle them around. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's add one more in. And a minty one. Okay, so we have 7 of those. Let's see. What else do I want to add? I've got a little heart on top of here. All right, I think we're good with that, with the puppies. And now the last thing I want to do is I want to add in some sparkle. So I pulled out my Nuvo glitter drops, but I'm going to use them. These are in silver crystals. I'm going to use them like stickles. I'm not going to make like fake enamel dots with them. I'm just going to kind of use them as like stickles. So yeah, you can see it's kind of like an it's not focusing good. Kind of like an iridescent glitter. So I am just going to add some little glittery accents. I like to do it on the trees sometimes so it looks like snow. Just add a little bit on these lines. And it looks a little messy now, but then once it dries, it'll be a little bit better. Some glitter on our trees. Maybe a little glitter under his paws. It looks like he's walking on snow. I'm just going to smush it down a little bit with my finger. And then I'm going to dab some on these hearts. And for this, I'm just using my finger to kind of flatten it out because remember, Nuvo drops will dry kind of dimensional. So I'm just doing this to kind of flatten them out. I'll lift this up so you can see it a little bit better. See how I just kind of smushed it down, but like on the trees, it's a little more dimensional. And let's add some glitter over here. So let's add, over here I'm going to add some drops, just tiny little ones on top of my little snowflakes here. I'm going to add some in his hat, and I'm going to do the same kind of smushing down to add the glitter on. And let's add some to his pom-pom. And I can add a little bit onto the tree. Yes, so Nuvo drops you can use, Janice, to make faux enamel dots. They have like a property to them that makes them self-leveling. So let me get out my, move this to the side. Let me get out my little scrappy doo here. So if you want to make it, you're just going to hold your bottle straight up and down. You're not going to angle it. You're going to hold it straight up and down. And you're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze until you get the size dot that you want and lift it straight up. And then at first it looks like a chocolate chip. So it's going to have that little point on the top. But then because it levels out, it's going to level out eventually. I mean, this is still, sometimes if you tap underneath, it'll help it settle a little bit more. But this is still, let me see if I can get the side angle. You can see how it's like that. And then when it dries, it'll dry like a dot. It might flatten out a little bit, but it's going to maintain that shape more than I think Stickles. I don't think Stickles, and I love Stickles. This is not a knock on Stickles, but Stickles, I don't think they have that same, whatever is in this that makes them kind of hold their shape after they dry. Stickles flatten out a bit more, so you don't get that like rounded dome on the top. But yeah, that's how Nuvo drops will dry if you don't purposely smush them down. They'll dry just like that, and then you'll have an enamel dot. I think T one time made like a bunch of them because you can make them on wax paper and then just let them dry, and then you have like little dots you can pop off and glue on your page. Oh, Boss Lady's back. Okay, Janice, go enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hope you get to scrap tonight when you get home. I'm actually done. Ooh, I'm actually done. I'm making a mess. I just want to trim this down so it's a little bit more even. I'm actually going to stick it into the glitter through there. No, I don't want to do that because I want to be able to pull my, don't listen to me. Oh my God. All right. I don't want to pull that tag out. I do want to pull that tag out. So this is where my journaling will go. I'm going to add on a date. I think I'll stamp the date in here. And I'm just going to lift, let me take this out. I'm just going to lift this up. So this is for the week 25 prompt for the 52 layouts using the cool tones. All right, guys, have a very good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.